Hi, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. So this is our video assignment in subject Negotiation Communication Group D. And before we do our presentation, we would like to introduce ourselves first. My name is Husna Moratul. My metric number is 7016009.
Hi, my name is Munawara Zikrina. My matric number is 701598.
Hello everyone, my name is Wang Di and my matric number is 701594.
Hi, my name is Dewi Suji Saputra Rahma. My metric number is 701596.
Hi, my name is Korean Intia Sinta. My metric number is 701597.
Okay, now the first one, we're gonna talk about the background of this event. So the case that we have chosen is Pesta Rakyat Indonesia in University Utara Malaysia. We choose the case for knowing how the negotiation occurs between Pesta Rakyat Indonesia committees and all of the parties that involved in the event. We consider this appealing to be highly according to official account Instagram of Persatuan Pelajar Indonesia or PPI. We found some differences of the sponsors. Okay, the first one is about the type of negotiation that we use in this event. The first one is face-to-face. The type of face-to-face in negotiation is a negotiation that is carried out directly, where the negotiator and the partner must meet directly to conduct the bargaining process. The examples are between PRI and the Wardah Cosmetic, and the negotiation between PRI and Inasis TNB. And the second one is paper contract. Contract paper is the agreement between the two parties that have the agreement become clearer and more organized. The example are when PRI sent a letter to University Utara Malaysia and asked about the hall because PRI want to use Dewan Mas building to be the place for PRI event. And the third is e-negotiation. Electronic negotiation is negotiation carried out through electronic media. In this negotiation process, the Committee of Pesta Rakyat Indonesia use email, commonly referred to as email, to negotiate their partner. The example is when PRI want to invite the guest star Hel Husseini, so they send the email to their manager. And then the negotiation principle used. In this negotiation process, PRI use ask for a better deal. The first principle that PRI commit use is asking for a better deal. The point here is that when they make a negotiation with another party, they don't immediately accept what is given, but they also ask for other things that can benefit the PRI event. The example is when Wardah Cosmetic agreed to make a beauty class but there is no artist, then PRI asked Wardah Cosmetic again to invite an artist because it can influence the audience to come. So Wardah Cosmetic invite Dayah Bakar to be a speaker in beauty class. And then be creative. The principle of being creative is certainly very important for a committee. The entire committee is required to issue ideas that they have and give an opinion for the event. If a problem occurs, they are demanded quickly to be able to solve it. The example is PRI event doesn't have bazaar or booths, so they want to make this event bigger than before. Then they held Bazaar Nusantara. And then the last is learn to say no. This principle is very difficult for them to apply because all the offers given by their partner are very interesting, but the committee of PRI remember that this is the only one Indonesian event in 1 year and it's only held once. So they're tied to say no, even though the offer was very good. Example is between PRI and Inasis TNB. And then always get something. It means they don't just feel tired and keep complaining while working because they know this even give them more experiences. Example is the committee can take picture with the guest star Hel Husseini, while other people have to wait and not necessarily be able to get it.
So I will introduce the types of the groups and the teams. Focus group. This event has a sponsorship division that has 4 members, and they are tasked to find sponsors, then negotiate with those who sponsored. For example, the members are guided by a leader of a community of this event, Rufki Romanda. On the pros and cons in groups and teams. The first one is pros. Motivation and commitment are increased. By becoming a committee, there are many motivations that can be obtained, and the commitment to work together and improve the ability of both soft skills and other skills. Because every committee must think creatively and innovatively. And for the cons, risks and decision is made. When something is urgent, a sudden decision must be made and risk the continuity of the event. Like the letter should be distributed on that day, but the leader has class, so he take a risk and left his class. And the second one is reaching a decision takes longer. In some situations, it takes more time to make decisions because of several things. For example, when other members do not know it or do not approve it, so that the time available cannot be optimally used. And the fifth one is challenge of negotiation in groups and team. The first one is task communication. On task communication, a group will focus on the problem, such as PRI commits, which is a group. They focus on solving every problem so that all members can give their ideas. All members were also given a detailed understanding and explanation so that they could answer audience questions and be able to clarify them. For example, there was a problem in the PICO divisions of the committee where there was miscommunication among fellow members in the event division. Therefore, they immediately take action and immediately discuss to find the solution, so that the misunderstanding is resolved and all members can return to work properly. Okay, the second one is climate communication. PRA is not only challenged in solving problems, but also the division of tasks. All members are required to be able to work together and motivate other members to participate well. For example, at the PRA event, there was a ticket sale. Here, the committee conducted a division of labor where each division got a number of separate tickets to sell. In addition, PRA also has several divisions, such as events, sponsorships, bazaars, and the other divisions who facilitate their work to be more organized.
And 6 is strengthening communication in team negotiation is compromising. This PRI compromise everything either when making a decision or decide a new idea and setting a matter related to implementation. Each committer is required to contribute actively to the success of the event. When there is something that cannot be solved, a compromise is chosen to get a mutual agreement so there is no misunderstanding on this event. For example, this year, PRI commit compromise with the commit last year and finding sponsor for PRI events. From the result of the compromise, a decision was reached as if we should continue to collaborate with this and seek new sponsor like this or not. Use the sponsor like last year. And the 7 is teams negotiation decision making methods. The first is consensus. Consensus is a way to get deal when someone or organization want to make a decision. This happens because of a debate of difference in understanding between members in determining something. For example, in the PRI commit, this happens when they have to decide whether Indonesian artists or artists from Malaysia that they should invite to PRI, and finally they all agreed that what was chosen was Malaysian artists. And 2 is voting. Voting is one effective way when someone or an organization encompasses in making choice. So they vote to choose which one is the most and make decision based on that. For example, PRI has 4 candidate Malaysian artists to choose. Then the committee vote which one will be the guest star. At the last, the most common choose Hel Husseini, and that's why they invite Hel Husseini be a guest star.
And the next session is integrative negotiation approaches. According to the negotiation expert article, the integrative negotiation is the often referred to as win-win and typically entails 2 or more issues to be negotiated. It often involves an agreement process that better integrates the aims and goals of all the involved negotiating parties through creative and collaborative problem solving. In down below are examples of the approach. The first example is sponsored by Wardah Cosmetics. The committee asks Wardah as the sponsor and Wardah to say yes. Then, as a win-win deal, Wardah offers to help beautiful class and call their ambassadors, and Wardah profits to be promoted during the events. The second example is sponsored by Train Education Service. The committee got money from the train, and Train has been promoted through this event, provided that the host mentioned the Train as the sponsor of the event. The third example is sponsored by Inasis Tenaga Nasional Berhad or TNB. Inasis TNB gave the attend loan for 3-day bazaars, and as a feedback, PPI establishes long-term relationship with Inasis TNB. And when TNB held an event, PPI also enlivened their event. The next example is supported by Inasis Tradewinds. Among other Inasis Tradewinds has not met an event. For that reason, Tradewinds invited PPI to work together to enliven this Indonesian People's Party. Tradewinds provides a place for bazaars, several tents, and takes part in event on the last night. The PRI committee was helped by the place they provided. The next is supported by University Utara Malaysia. UUM allows the use of Dewan Mas building, sound system, and lighting. The sixth example is supported by KJRI Penang. PPI and KJRI build long-term relationship. KJRI Penang helps provide clothing properties for dancing, and they help contact Indonesian traders who have business in Malaysia to get involved this event. For the seventh example is invite the guest star Hel Husseini. The committee invited Hel Husseini for expensive fee, and as back from the committee had the opportunity to take photos together and chit-chat with Hel Husseini. For the last example is invite the president of student association from other countries. The committee invited the president of student association from other countries to enjoy the Pesta Rakyat Indonesia, and PPI will come when invited to their event. So they deal with long-term relationship.
So, there are 3 pieces of negotiation that are used in this event. The first is exchanging information. The information searching process is carried out by both parties. Therefore, the committee of PRI finalists decide to ask for this sponsorship. Companies that sponsor also need time to think about what benefits they will get if they sponsor this event. They are looking for information about Indonesian Student Association, who organized this event, how successful this event was passed, and how enthusiastic is the student for this. And the second piece is bargaining. So there are 2 types of bargaining. The first is positional bargaining, such they want to be friends and the goal is agreement. For the example is negotiation with KJRI Penang and UUM. So the second types of bargaining is indirect bargaining. So they invent options for mutual gain, and the example is negotiation with Wardah Cosmetic, Train Education Service, TNB, Inasis Tradewinds, and the guest star. And the third phase of negotiation is closing. Closing is the final phase of a negotiation process, a time for reaching consensus and building an agreement. Both parties get what they want. So there are some suggestions for negotiation. The first is listening and building trust. Listening is such a powerful tool for developing the art and skills of conversation because it builds trust. The more seriously you listen to other people's conversation, the more they will trust you. And the second suggestion is take the initiative. Attack is the best defense. Negotiators should try to prepare their own question in advance in an open way so that the other side can expose this position of the other side as far as possible, and then take the initiative. Take advantage of the victory you pursue, give the other side enough pressure, and if the other side is difficult to fight, it will naturally make concession. The third suggestion is talk to each other as positively as possible. Negative tone can as easily irritate the other party and make the other party feel unrespectable, which makes negotiation difficult. Therefore, negotiators should try to affirm each other, praise each other, and keep a good attitude to each other, so the other side will also be willing to cooperation with you. And the fourth suggestion is change the topic if necessary. If the two sides of the negotiation are arguing over certain details and unable to reach an agreement, experienced negotiators will shift the topic in order to ease the tension. And the last is preparation in advance. Collect some important information that the other party thinks you don't know in advance, throw it out suddenly at the critical moment, break the negotiation logic of the other party, and let him know how to deal with it. At this time, the conditions you put forward are easily accepted.
I will summarize our explanations. Negotiation plays an important role in today's society, from the ranging between student debate from the political education and economics development. In negotiation activities, formal and informal negotiation pay much attention to etiquette. The vast majority of formal negotiations are solemn ceremonies conducted in accordance with a series of agreed procedures. In the process of negotiations, negotiator appearance, manners, and conversation play an important role in whether the two sides can negotiate harmoniously, negotiate amicably, and finally reach agreement on a certain goal. When we grasp negotiation skill, we should also pay attention to the cultural difference of negotiators. PRI communicating in a good way to combine tradition and fashion and respect the cultural difference between different people. If a company negotiates successfully, it will bring economic benefit to its company. For example, PRI received INASIS Third-Win sponsorship reduced economic spending.
So I think that's all our presentation. I would like to say thank you so much and wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Kalau yang pertama yang nasi padang itu kita tahu dari KJRI waktu kita ke Pineng itu kita ngomong kalau kita mau ada bazar, mau masak Indo, kira-kira ada yang channel atau kontak yang bisa dihubungi nggak dari pihak mereka, kasih tahu nih kita ada masakan Padang di sini, ini kasih kontaknya, terus kita hubungi ke mereka, terus mereka juga dibantu sama KJRI, jadi mereka makanan mau nyediain di sini gitu. Kalau